So let's get on now with our first subject for tonight. Now coming up, important information about Saudia reservation system. The Saudi Airlines reservations office in Tehran alone received 1,747,700 phone calls in 1992. To handle this huge demand, they have 72 telephone lines for you between the hours of 8 a.m. and 12 midnight. If it is a peak period for travel with 10 to 12,000 calls per day, all the lines may be busy and you will have to call again. But generally, one of the 52 possible agents will answer your call from the automatic calling distribution system. If they are all busy, you will be put on hold. Don't hang up. The multi-channel voice storage system holds 20 calls and takes calls in order. An agent will be with you shortly. Sound familiar? For additional information about standards for reservations and agents, we asked Mr. Abdulrahman Al-Baadi, manager of reservations in the Saudia reservations office in Tehran.
Yes, for the reservation calls that come into the center, we actually have a standard of 80% of all incoming calls should be answered within 20 seconds of their arrival to our system.
Well, that's very fast.
Well, you try to actually offer the best service we can to our customers, yes.
And what about the agents? You have standards for them?
Yes, we do. Also for the agents, we have a standard of 3 minutes to finish the call. And we've been averaging, we call it average talk time. That's the time agent takes in each call. And it is vary between 2 and 3 minutes. But the standards for the agents, and they all know it, is 3 minutes for the call to finish.
Well, this is good for the public to know that they're not getting a brush off if it seems to be a quick call.
Yes.
What about the peak periods for reservations? When are they?
Oh, the peak period for reservations usually are the spring holidays, the school holidays, summer, and the Hajj season. Those are the very peak periods and reservations.
Well, I explained the telephone system earlier, and I'm wondering if you can tell us if there is a problem at all with the system. Do you have a problem during the peak period?
Well, actually, yes. We don't call it a problem with the system, but actually with the way the calls are coming to the system. You see, unfortunately, we don't have a control over the calls that are coming to the system. We can't have them all at, coming in serial or something, but they come sometimes all at one time. And the biggest problem is some of our valuable customers actually don't understand how the system works. So they keep on, like if he gets our recorder to tell him to please wait, they usually hang up and call again, thinking by doing this they will get easier to the system. Well, as a matter of fact, they don't get easier, but it makes it even harder for them to get into the system. That's one of the biggest problems that we are facing in the summer seasons and in the peak period.
Saudia Reservations in Tehran has a special services department manned by 10 people. These agents are calling out to Saudia clients, confirming flights, and offering the following services. They can make hotel reservations for you around the world. They can book car rental services all over the world. There are special services for the ill, such as stretchers, wheelchairs, and incubators. There is a 50% discount for the handicapped and one person accompanying them. Also, Saudia services are there to help for any rescheduling of flights due to delays and cancellations. Now, is there any way to prevent passengers from double booking? Or what do you do about no-shows?
Good question, really. I'm glad you brought up this question, because we don't have direct control over customers of making duplicate bookings or committing a no-show. This is something entirely up to the customers. However, our computer system is being equipped with a procedure to show any duplicate booking that are made. When a duplicate booking is generated in the system automatically flashes a message to this group people who are specialized in checking these duplication. They would verify if these duplications are genuine duplications, and they will take immediate decision if the duplication is very clear. However, if the duplication is not clear, if they have any doubts, they would go into the telephone area where they check the telephone number if it is the same or not. Sometimes they would call the passengers and check if it is a duplication or not, and then they will take a decision. Also the duplication does cause us a lot of problems sometimes with the customers, because when a duplication comes into the screen, it doesn't come to one agent only. It might come to two agents at the same time.
Oh,
so they might, yeah, it's a problem, because they might both cancel the reservation, and then the customer ends up with no reservation at all. Instead of having two, he has none. So I'd really advise everybody who listens to this program to please, be careful when make reservation just to make one. And we assure you this one reservation will be honored. Yes.
What about the no-show?
Okay, the no-show, we know that the no-show does not, the passenger don't cause a no-show intentionally. There is a lot of problems behind the no-show. He could be delays in, in his transportation or changing of plans at the last moment. However, for the no-show, we have the people on this special group people. They do have a procedure of calling almost all our flights if we can on daily, like 24 hours before the flight departure. We try to call and make sure that customers are traveling or not with us. And a lot of customers are very cooperative. They would advise us, they change their plans, so we cancel the reservation. There is a procedure in Saudi, we call it the ticketing time limit. This ticketing time limit is very good to follow, and of course not by the customer. The customer is merely taking information. Our reservation and ticketing offices, our travel agencies, and other airlines who are booking with Saudi, they do all know this procedure. And if they know that the customer is not ticketed, if they would help us by giving us the ticket time limit for this would prevent a lot of no-shows, for sure.